right? So with that said, let's jump onto our charts to see our technical analysis, right? So in front of me right now is sorry, as the dollar index. Is a dollar index on a 4-hour time frame. So what do we have here? I am pretty sure you can tell that all along we've been experiencing lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. That's not a lower high yet since we didn't break this lower low. However, the anticipation is for this market to push to the downside and further up later on in the week. We will see how this market moves, right? And then we have let me remove the drawings that I already had. Then we have gold. Let me see if it will allow me. All right. So we have gold on a 4-hour time frame. What do we see? So I'm sure you can tell that from here, this market has just been breaking highs. So we have a high there, higher low here. Let me duplicate that. Oh God, what's happening? There we go. We have a higher high here. Excuse me for a second. There we go. We have a higher low over here. And a higher high up there, right? Since we anticipate gold to push down a bit and then push up, I'm sorry, the dollar index to push down a bit and push up, we can expect the opposite with gold, right? Let us see which legs we need to focus on. Personally, I would look at this one being a major low and that being a major high, right? So what do we see within this leg? We see the market pushing aggressively to the upside, right? High, 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 low, high, 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 low. This is the internal structure. If what then happened is the market pushed aggressively to the downside and broke these lows. So further investigating that, this does look like a change of character right here. If not, it's just a break of structure. But what I'm interested in is the huge imbalance that was left when this market actually goes all the way down here. But I'd just like to use this, right? So what are we anticipating here? We're anticipating the market to push a bit up and then drop to the downside. Like we said, we anticipated to do the opposite of the dollar index. Let's check the 15-minute time frame to see if we can identify an area of supply above that. Yep, there we go. So right above the imbalance, there's an area of supply on gold. Yes, this last buy to sell candle before the market dropped to the downside. So let us see. Actually, the last higher low was right here, refining that. Also have a lot of imbalance here, which I hope or believe that the market is going to react to. So what do we anticipate on gold? Gold to push to the upside and further down to the region of 1980, right? So there we have it. This is the setup that we'll be looking at from gold for the week ahead, right? Next pair is Euro USD. Same process, guys, same process that we follow. So identify the trend first, look at the level, and then find a signal that's going to prompt you to buy or sell this particular currency, pair, commodity, index, etc. Now, once again, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have to identify our trend. So with a higher low here, we've got a higher high there, higher low here. After beating this high, we have a higher high there. And this is a potential higher low once we've broken above this area of 1.10900, right? So what am I seeing here? Before we can just go further with the analysis, this is what I'm seeing here. This is the last demand area was here, which looked like it was mitigated. So we're expecting a further push to the upside, right? Let's look at our 15-minute time frame to see if we can get cleaner or clearer price action. So what do we have here? Right, so we have the market reacting to these lows. Let's see if we can refine that. Get a proper order block right there. There we go. So that's what we have on Euro USD for this coming week. And there's also some imbalance here. Some imbalance that we have to look at over there. So the first reaction here was due to the imbalance. So I'm expecting a further push to the downside. Take on that imbalance and then, yeah, get to that order block. Let me, yeah, the order block is right there. Okay. So that's Euro USD for you. On the upper side, just looking to find some limits. We have that area of supply over there. So to be more clean or clearer, so you can anticipate this market to push to the downside and then further to the upside like that. All right, that's it. Let's see how it looks on a 30 minutes time frame, 30-minute time frame, or 1 hour. Yeah, I think it would probably look much nicer on a 1 hour time frame. Right, there we go. We also have some liquidity up here that I believe we need to take out. So these are equal highs. These are equals highs right here. There we go. Right, so we need to take out that liquidity. First reaction, remember, was due to the imbalance. Now we have to come back to get the order block and then push to the upside. Right. Next pair, pound yen. Let us see this on a 4 hour time frame. As usual, trend first, ladies and gentlemen. We have a higher low here. So we look at the dominant trend so that we can trade in the right direction of the market. Higher high over there and higher low over here. Another higher high over there. Potential higher low after the break. Yep. A higher high over here. This is not a higher low yet because we haven't broken above this area. So once again, if you ask me, what are the areas that we need to focus on? I would use this as my major low, and that is my major high. So we saw an aggressive push to the upside with broke structure to the left hand side, and then the market just tanked to the downside. So within the internal structure, we had this last higher low that was broken, which we consider as change of character or change in trend, and look at how aggressively the market pushed to the downside. So we also have some imbalance right here, which the market needs to come back and fill in before we can push further to the downside, right? So we have that area of imbalance, and let's look at the order block that was responsible for changing character. It is that one over there. Right on the downside, we have a hidden order block, which is an area of an area of demand. There we go. So this is what we have on pound yen. So I would anticipate a further push to the upside before the market pushes to the downside, right? I'll be looking more for selling opportunities here than buying opportunities, right? With that said, let's move on to the next one, pound dollar. I've done some prior analysis here, basically focusing on last week's high. So we had broken above last week's high and then pushed to the downside. However, let us do or work with our normal way of analyzing the market. So we have a high low over there, we've got a high there after beating this high, right? We've got a high low here after beating this high. We've got the last high over there and the last high low being this one right here, right? So once again, you need to find an area of focus. You do not need to trade all this price action right here. So find an area of focus. This is my major low, and that's my major high. I mean, analyzing the market should be easy for you guys by now, because I'm giving you everything as far as the strategy is concerned. So, right, we had an aggressive push to the upside, which broke structure on the left-hand side. So we have this area of demand, which looks like it's getting mitigated. However, just like on the pound yen, we have this area of the last higher low, which was the last high low here, which was violated to the downside. So personally, I'm anticipating a reaction in this area, in this supply area, probably pound dollar pushing to the upside and then down like that, because it's also correlated with pound yen. So let us see. Right, we also had some liquidity sweep to the upside before we dropped to the downside. So yeah, which area of supply would I be looking at here just to refine things? I would say this one, even though it has some liquidity above it. But looking at how further the market had gone to the downside, if I would pull my my premium versus discount tool. So 50% is right here. So anything above that will be a good area to sell from, because that's our premium area, right? So that's what we can anticipate from this. Let's see how it looks on a 1 hour time frame. Probably looks much better. There we go. Order block looks very nice. And we also have some imbalance just right before it. There we go. We have some imbalance over there, which was covered here, but now we have to go back for that order block and then push further to the downside, right? So nice setups coming up this week. Tell your friends, this is a must watch video if you want to make some money this week, so to speak. So another player that's in front of me right now, it is the pound Swiss. Now pound Swiss, to me, it's bullish. First thing that I see here is that we had a change of character in this area. Now, change of character means, as you can see, the market was coming down. So after the violation of this last lower high, it means the market is now pushing to the upside. And if we look at a break of this, you can also say we had change of character here. So this to me is a higher low. This to me is a high. So there's a higher low, high again. We go higher again. So I am anticipating this market to push to the downside to this order block and maybe further to those highs, because if you ask me, this would be the area of demand that I think we have to react from. And remember, I'm not breaking down things to the core in the sense that I'm now giving you exact setups. No, just giving you an idea for the week. So you do your own diligence in the market and see how things go. All right. So we have that area of imbalance, which obviously needs to be filled in. Some liquidity over here. We delete that, some liquidity over here, which I think will develop further as time goes on, and then boom, push to that area of supply, which also has some imbalance right before it, right? Always have to cover imbalance. It's unhealthy price action. So yeah, let's see, what do we have on a 15-minute time frame? Pound Swiss, one of my favorite pairs, because when it moves, oof, yeah. Pound Swiss, I think let me stay on a 1 hour time frame, just to give you a much clearer idea. Pound Swiss, this is what we're looking at this week, right? Have this picture in mind. Dollar yen, I had done some analysis prior, because there were people that wanted to trade earlier on in the day. However, I do not trade Mondays, ladies and gentlemen. Personal preference also comes from my market review, advanced self-review, after seeing that I don't make a lot of money on Mondays. So yeah, I decided to stay away. So we're looking bullish, but what stands out for me, it is this major high and major low. So what do we have here? So we had this area of hidden demand. Cause for experience to see this. This is how it looks. It looks like a huge week to the downside on a higher time frame that the market reacted to. And on the upper side of things, we also have another area of a hidden area of supply over there, which I'm anticipating the market to get to very soon. Right now, let's step onto a 15-minute time frame to further investigate that. So what do we have here? Potential setups to be traded this week, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this looks nice. This looks very good. Let's see. I think I'd have to adjust this. There we go. So what do we have here? Nice price action. Very nice price action. To me, this looks like a change of character, and we had a huge imbalance to the upside, which the market needs to fill in before we go further to the upside, right? This looks like some liquidity to me, which also needs to be taken out. We also have some imbalance right here. Now, I might be quick in seeing this because of experience, guys. It's experience. I've traded this market for the past 7 years, using the same strategy. Now it's easy for me to see these things. So, right, we have an area of demand right here, which has not been yet mitigated. So before it, there is some imbalance. So, right, there is the imbalance. So what am I anticipating here? Let's refine that order block as well. To that, because we also have some imbalance here. Now this is gonna look real good. This is a cheat code, ladies and gentlemen. This is a cheat code. There we go. So what am I looking at here? So I'm anticipating this market to push further to the upside like that, and then come and excuse me, uh, right. So a further push to the upside, and the market coming down to sorry about that. There we go. Market coming down to take all this liquidity, because this liquidity doesn't just end here. You can go all the way like that. So it's liquidity here. So market mitigates that area of supply and then push to the downside. Let's see how it looks on a 1 hour. Must look nice. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now the hidden area of supply. So this is what we have on dollar yen for the week, right? Stepping down to, I already had some analysis here as well. Actually, on dollar CAD, I have a buy limit that's already set on the lower side of things. So yeah, let's see. Let's see, what do we have here? So in terms of the trend, I would say we are ranging. There's this huge range that we're in. See this equal highs here and this equal lows. So we're just playing within this range. However, from here, I would be expecting a push to further to the upside. Right. So what do we have? My major low is this one, and my major high, obviously, it is that one up there. Let's look at this. So we had this very, very nice push to the downside. So after liquidity sweep to the upside, here the market then tanked to the downside, and look at what happened here is the last higher low was violated, and you know what's that? Change of character. Then what did the market do? So now this is a lesson on market structure as well, right? What did the market do after that? Tanked to the downside and came to mitigate this area of what? Of supply. And then it pushed to the downside. Why? Because it had to take out this equal lows, or this form of liquidity, which we can now say, now that the market has taken out that liquidity, it is a break of structure. So after that break of structure, what do we anticipate? The market to come back to the order block that was responsible for the break of structure, and take on that imbalance that was left over there, right? So clearly from here, we're anticipating a push to the upside and maybe a further push to the downside. But I just want you guys to see what I am looking at here. Why do I have a buy limit, right? Now, yeah, I'm sure some of you guys are experts in the market. I've been getting these messages from most of you guys telling me how I'm supposed to analyze the markets. So we see the market differently at the end of the day. I'm not gonna dispute that. I'm not one of these traders out here that is full of ego. I'm just gonna stick to what I know in the markets, right? But obviously, I'm open to learning, but just don't come at me in an arrogant manner. You're not gonna get the response that you're looking for. So right, so we had this lower low, lower high, and the reaction up there. After that reaction, what I noticed was, I'm not sure if we have a change of character. We're gonna go to a lower time frame to see that. So we had that imbalance over there, and I think the market has to come back a bit to the downside like that, and then push further probably to this high. So I'll be expecting to take my profits somewhere here. Okay, what is this tool doing now? So right, there we go. Let's see, 15-minute time frame. As I was saying, I know you guys are experts. Probably some of you have been doing this longer than me, but that's not what matters, ladies and gentlemen. So I see the market differently. You see the market differently. So that's okay. Stick to what you're doing and stop uh coming at me on my own YouTube videos, right? Because the minute I introduce some of you here, I'm pretty sure even the experience is not there yet. And what you're gonna do is confuse my community, which is doing very well at the current moment. So yeah, that's what I anticipate from a dollar CAD. And to me, it looks like a very nice risk reward ratio trade. Hence, I have taken um, sorry, I have set my buy limit on this. So that's what we have. Probably some of you guys would like to see what do we have on the indices side. So normally I trade the two US indices, which is NAS 100 and US 30. Just trying to remove this analysis I had the week prior. Right. So obviously, we have our 250 levels. You can see we've broken several times above that. So personally, I would anticipate that from here, we just push down a bit and further push to the area of 13,500. I don't know. Let's see on a 15-minute time frame. What do we have on here? So clearly on the left hand side we had a break of structure after breaking the 13,250 level, broke it, came back down probably to this order block right here to mitigate that area of demand. And now we're pushing to the upside. I don't know, maybe we can have further entry possibilities on a 5-minute time frame. I don't know, maybe QML somewhere down here. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe somewhere here. So probably this is something that you can find on your 5-minute or something. But yeah, so this is what I would be anticipating here. Because okay, another thing, ladies and gentlemen, there's a huge difference from being a good market analyst and a good trader that makes money in the market. Don't never confuse the two. Let's look at US 30 or the Dow Jones Excuse me for a second. Let me remove a couple of things here. I can't just remove all drawings. Okay, so I have analysis here ready for you guys. Well, it was for me, but yeah, now you can take advantage of it as well. So if you know me and my history of learning about this market, I learned a lot of strategies, and I tend not to throw away what I've learned, but I incorporate it into my trading to develop and refine my edge, get to a better space. So I had anticipated this market to push to the downside and up, and had a quasi-model level here. But as you look on the left-hand side, we kept on breaking the highs. Hence, I was focusing on buying opportunities here than selling opportunities. So yeah, US 30 to me looks like this week. We had a reaction here, reaction at the 33,500 level. However, I feel like we have to come back to this QML level. Right. I think we have to come back to this QML level and then push further to the upside. I don't know. The market does what it does, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, thank you so much for joining me for this session of market analysis, Tuesday's technicals. So yeah, trade safely. Lots of news coming in this week. Be in the zone. Stay on your charts. Do not commit until you find some signals. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a great trading week. Cheers.